A very important set of judgments was delivered today on the question of can same-sex couples, those in a queer relationship, be accorded the right to get married. There were about 20 petitions in this case. It went all the way to the Supreme Court, and there were lengthy hearings with points of view coming in from state governments, the union government as well. Finally, the judgment was given out today. Now, this was a 5-judge bench headed by the Chief Justice of India, Justice Chandrachud, and there were 4 judgments. This is fairly unique and tells us about the complexity of this matter. What is the long and short of it? As of today, same-sex couples in India do not have the right to marriage. The top court of this country has stopped short of giving this right, basically because they cannot. What the top court has concurred is while they broadly agree that same-sex couples should have a right to be together, they should have marriage-like rights, they should have the same rights as other Indian citizens. And some of those rights that were being demanded were things like creating assets together, leaving their partner in their will, creating homes, taking home loans together, things like that. Those rights will have to be given by the parliament of this country. So some of the arguments, just to give you some backdrop to this, some of the arguments, and primarily the arguments were that why can't same-sex couples, now that their association is decriminalized with Section 377 being read down, why can't they also have the right of marriage like everybody else? Why can they not adopt children and live a life like other Indian citizens? Now, the problem with that, very simply put, is that the Special Marriage Act by itself, which was created in 1956 with the express purpose of letting people of different religions or different castes get married if they didn't want to get married under the Hindu Marriage Act or the Muslim Marriage Act, could use the Special Marriage Act as a way of having a recognized legal marriage. Now, the argument was that can you not include same-sex couples under the Special Marriage Act? To do that, the act will have to be tweaked. The law will have to be tweaked. Also, the recognition of marriage in same-sex couples gives rise to a large number of other rights like succession, like inheritance, and many more. Rights to property, rights to decide what to do after one partner dies, last rights, etc. And those also will require amendment to law. Now, our democratic structure is very simple and very clear. The lawmakers make the law. By that, I mean our parliamentarians. So at the end of the day, while the Supreme Court has broadly agreed, underlined, and underscored the rights of the LGBTQ plus community in this country, has agreed that not allowing them these rights in the long term is discriminatory, has given guidelines to governments and to the police to protect their rights, they've also stopped short of giving them the right to marry because that's the job of parliamentarians. Now, are the parliamentarians likely to do that? That's the next obvious question. As of now, no. What the Solicitor General did say, and the Solicitor General basically represents the union government in court. What the Solicitor General has said in court, and that was reiterated by the Chief Justice today, is that they will form a high-powered committee to look into these rights that same-sex couples want. Not to allow them to marry, but at least look into these rights, so they can have the same legal rights as any other partnership. So that committee will be formed, perhaps those tweaks will come, but that's for another day. We do not know whether it'll happen today. What is the impact of that? Well, those who I have spoken to from within the community, activists, etc., some of them are truly dismayed. They do feel that as of today, though they have moved forward an inch, they have not yet come to the point where they have the same rights as not only those in other countries. There are at least 23 countries which have legalized gay marriage, but they also do not have the same rights as other Indian citizens. That is a fight for which they will have to wait another day.